What's up, guys and gals, and we're back once again for another chapter review for Record of Ragnarok, also known as Shuumatsu no Valkyrie, and of course it dropped just a couple short days after chapter 116. Now we're at 117, An Enormous Shadow. Now, this chapter mostly follows Nostradamus, and I already have a theory. I'll straight up tell you guys. Short review, but small theory review. We'll just talk about the Odin stuff right now. Or the fake Odin. Fake Odin versus Kintoki is basically the last little piece of the chapter. It's mostly a Beelzebub, Nostradamus, and Adamus chapter for 3/4 of it, and then we jump back to the fight after, of course, he took Gungnir right to the thing because, of course, the impenetrable shield was blocked by the unblockable spear that always hits its mark, etc. So, of course, he wasn't able to do that logic. I already talked about this in chapter 116. Now, the big thing here to take away is that he pulled it out and he cheated. Kintoki says he cheated, the fan base says he's cheating, and I'm saying he's cheating. Though, I will say, it's about bloody time that one of these guys... You're telling me that gods get injured and heal like normal human beings for the most part? No one has a healing spell. No one has some rapid, RPG, battle healing skill, Sword Art Online style. Nobody's got that. No one's got the Inuyasha. Yeah, I'm a demon. I can take a lot more hits, or I heal a lot faster than you mortals do, even though I'm only a half demon and all that stuff. Nobody's got that. Nobody. It's well, if anybody were to have it, it's about bloody time. So even though it feels a little cheap, I think this is not going to work in his favor, because I do think where it's fake Odin, there's going to be a couple reasons why this is going to fail. It's fake Odin. If he uses too many of the cursed hymns in succession and continues to get damaged, eventually it's going to overtax him. He does not have an infinite mana pool. He has a finite mana pool. He's just never been pushed to utilize it, so he doesn't even know his own limit. Just like he didn't know that trying to block with Fairnir was going to be obviously destroyed. Either one of them had to give, and the spear that always hits his mark, Gungnir, was going to go through the impenetrable shield. So he never even considered that. In the same way, he's never considered that he has a finite mana pool, finite number of times he can summon curses, similar to Heracles. And where he's similar to Heracles in the fact that his power is stolen. Borrowed, you could argue, but still not his own. In the same way that Heracles is from the blood of Zeus. It's not his own. Still kind of not super happy about that part of Heracles' character in Record of Ragnarok interpretation. But in the Odin one, it's straight up. There is a real Odin. This is not him. And here we are. So what I like about this, though, is that Kintoki is immediately yeah, you're healing up. That's kind of... It feels like cheating, bud. But now that we're having a healing capability, that's going to add a different dimension to the fight. So the first things first is that, once again, he's not the real Odin. He has a limited supply. He's never been pushed to use this supply before, so that's going to be to his downfall. Eventually, he's going to be able to break through the healing. Eventually, it's going to heal. It's going to take longer. It's going to be, or not heal as much. There's going to be something about that. Or Kintoki is going to do something where he cannot, and this has been done many times, you cannot do A and B at the same time. So while you're healing, if I attack you while you're healing, you cannot attack me. You can't defend yourself. You can't use two cursed hymns simultaneously. Odin and slam, you know what I mean, with the big axe or something like that, and you can do a rapid fire thing, maybe something like that. It's you can't heal and shield and attack. You can't be defensive, healing. You can't be all four members of the party, you know what I mean? You can't be the tank, the DPS, the healer, and the long... You can't do it all. It's not allowed. So I'm thinking something like that is also a possibility. There's two avenues to look at it. One is that he's going to overtax what the calamities allow him to do. Or they're going to corrupt him more, etc., etc. And I think the fight's going to be stopped. I think eventually the gods, Zeus is going to be like, yeah, no, we need to stop this. This has gone too far, or something like that. He's gone insane. He's gone nuts, and he starts attacking the crowd or something like that. He's going to get either out of control, and it's going to be an all-hands-on-deck situation, or so the fight won't count, or, as I said, one of the other two theories. So there's three possibilities so far that I'm seeing right now as far as that goes. Now, it's the big thing, which is the Nostradamus thing. Here's my theory. I haven't read any of the comments yet, or anybody talking about it, so I'm sure somebody else has come up with this. It's chaos. What do you guys think? There's 4 gods locked up in Golnir's contraption. Something even worse than Tartarus. You have Odin, who's already speaking through fake Odin with the sword Graham with the Calamity. The other 3 calamities, of course, are within Odin. Nostradamus is looking for these calamities in Odin's room, failing to do so, because of course they're within his flesh. But obviously they're still not speaking to him, because Beelzebub's backstory, which was such a problem up until they told us about primordial gods in Yggdrasil, Satan is an actual god. He does exist, and he is possessing Beelzebub in these finite little moments when he has that small window of opening from Golnir's ability. He traps him in and he utilizes him. He grows the claws. He does the whole bit. So Satan does exist. He's just been erased from history. Hence the problem. This is why the angels all died. This is why Lilith died. This is why Lucifer and Samael. This is why they all died. It's because Beelzebub said, I'm cursed by Satan. Well, Satan doesn't exist. Because Golnir was right. So another proof in point. But anyways. So Golnir was correct. As most of us know. In erasing history is a terrible fucking choice. And the idea is, because humans generally don't learn from their lessons, just look at what's going on today. So we haven't learned from the last 100 years, clearly. So the fact is, if we can't even learn from our last 100 years, my God, please tell me that in 200 years we might be able to. But if the lesson's no longer there in the textbooks, what's there to learn? So we're just going to end up repeating or even make worse mistakes than we did in the past. So Golnir, while maybe a little bit misguided, and there is an argument for that, definitely has a point, and I still agree with his point over the erasing history point. And in saying that, we now have 2 out of 3, or 2 out of 4, sorry. Because you have Ymir, you have Odin, you have Satan, and you have Chaos. And that visage, seen twice, seen behind Nostradamus when he goes, I'm done playing around, I'm done pretending to be the jokester, to be the kid, to be all that. The reason I go Chaos with this one is that Nostradamus is very well known for being unpredictable and obviously doing these very chaotic things. Hades called him another problem child in Helheim. He attempted to destroy the Bifrost door just because. He is the wild card. He's actually referred to as the Joker. And overall, his attitude and his demeanor, plus that, spectral ghost, Pokemon Red and Blue style behind him, the ghost of Mother Marowak behind him, which, let's be real, Yggdrasil got nothing on motherfucking Marowak. That thing couldn't even be caught by a Master Ball, so she is definitely the 5th god we've all been waiting for. However, assuming that it's not Mother Marowak, I'm going with Chaos on this one. Because Nostradamus fits everything that he's been doing, the personality that's been going on, the demeanor, all of the actions, everything points to, okay, this is another one, but maybe more of a partnership. Because Beelzebub is involved now. Beelzebub, what manner of beast are you? And then, human, is he truly human after the confrontation that goes on? And his ability, and it all happened, his eyes changed. There was the warping of the arm, and there was the visage behind him. This demonic presence. But we've already accounted for Odin and Satan. And you would think that if it was Satan's presence, Beelzebub would recognize that shit like 101. So who's left? Ymir is usually sometimes even referred to as the silent giant and stuff like that. I don't see it being Ymir. Chaos just fits. Out of the two, it could be Ymir, but I just think if there's one more out of Yggdrasil who's trying, Ymir's probably there laying back like, I'm just a strong guy. Like, I expect that Ymir does not give a shit whether he's locked up or not. Like, that's not his thing. As far as I'm concerned, though, Chaos would have the most reason to sow chaos. And while the other two chose gods, Chaos is like, no. Let's flip the script. Let's do this Mark Hamill Joker style. Let's kidnap Robin. Let's not make a Joker Jr. Let's kidnap Robin and turn him into a Joker Jr. You know what I mean? Like, let's flip the narrative here. You know, let's go after Superman for a change because I'm done playing on hard mode. I want to win the game, you know? Like, let's expect the unexpected. Let's add some anarchy. Let's add some chaotic energy to it. And literally, chaos in the name. So that's what I'm going with here. I think that Nostradamus is not possessed by chaos, but has a bit of a tentative agreement. Or some type of shrewd partnership with chaos. That's what I'm going for. Because potentially, chaos doesn't care about being released. We don't know, because we don't know their motivations. We can assume Odin's and Satan's. Ymir and Chaos are a bit of anomalies, but given the namesake of Chaos, everything is falling into place. Now, there are hundreds, thousands of other gods that we have not seen in the series, or in the sub-series and stuff like that, like the one where we have like Morgan and Sun Wukong and all that stuff. There's obviously room for many, many different gods to be a possession, and it could be something completely original as well. It might not even be anything from a mythology or religion. But if it is, I'm going to go off on a limb and say that it's all the evidence is pointing to chaos. But I think it's different from the possession that Beelzebub experiences and the obsession that Vex experiences with the calamities. That's all I'm going with. And I would assume that Nostradamus is doing this outside of Brunhilde's orders. Like, he seemed to be looking for these calamities. Does Brunhilde even really know about them? Do we know that? Last time I checked, it was never really brought up. Siegfried knows. Maybe Siegfried told Brunhilde. But why send Nostradamus to Odin? That seems a little bit... I'm thinking Nostradamus was acting independently for his own desires and goals. So, that's my take on the chapter, though. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe as always. And we'll see all you people, wonderful people, back here. Also, of course, this chapter review won't be coming out until at least Thursday. So, happy Easter, everyone who celebrates. And even if you don't celebrate, happy long weekend. Have some drink, have some food, have a good fucking time. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I just cook a bunch of food, barbecue a few hams, and I have a good damn time. Just eating. So, yeah. So, that's it for me, though. So, happy Easter, everybody. Happy Good Friday and stuff like that. And we'll see you guys back here next time when Chapter 118 drops. Looking forward to it. Hope you guys are too. And let me know your theories about Nostradamus down in the comment section down below. What was that specter behind him? What is his true goal? Was he there on Brunhilde's orders? This all remains to be seen, and we can all theorycraft. So, that's it from me, guys. Have a good one. Sayonara. Happy Easter.